Hi, my name is Matthew Bastoni, and this presentation is on the polarization of incomes in San Antonio. Recent research findings by the Pew Research Center have listed San Antonio as being one of the most economically segregated cities in the U.S. Cities today have become increasingly sorted by the economic vectors of income, education, and occupation. Included with the Pew Research Center's report is the broad statement that these increases in residential segregation are also related to the long-term rise in income inequality and a shrinkage of predominantly mixed income neighborhoods, coupled with an increase in neighborhoods with households that are majority lower income and majority upper income. So the question I will be asking today is, does this nationwide trend of a shrinking middle class with a growing lower and upper class also hold true over San Antonio, or has San Antonio been less affected by this as it has by the polarization of its neighborhoods and the sorting of its citizens by income? My hypothesis is that while income-based segregation has led to a shrinkage of the middle class in America, San Antonio has not experienced this phenomenon. So I will be reviewing, or I have reviewed sets of data and drawn inferences from them based on data sets used by the Pew Research Center in their study provided by a recent U.S. government census report. While the original study is nationwide, my study will be more localized. Specifically, the information that I found relates to Bexar County or the greater San Antonio area. And the original study lists households with incomes between 2/3 and twice the median household income as being middle class. So that's the same vectors that I will be using, but with the median household income of Bexar County. So it was, while I did find that it was difficult to come up with household income information as it pertained to Bexar County before 2011, statistics from 2010 to 2013 showed me current trends. And my overall findings were that while Bexar County's upper class grew by about 2.2% over this 4-year period, the amount of households considered lower class by the Pew Research Center's standards actually decreased by 2.4%. So what's left over is a change in the number of middle class households within Bexar County that is increased by 0.2%. I have an image that I created in my results slide on Excel via the from the data provided by the U.S. government census site. And for the purposes of this study, any households that made under $35,000 annually were considered in lower class, and those above $100,000, which is about double the median household income, were considered upper class. So my results were that upon gathering and analyzing all the household income data for Bexar County, I found that the number of households classified as middle class by the Pew Research Center actually increased in a 4-year period within Bexar County. However, it is my inference that it is likely that during the same time the actual income-based segregation probably increased within San Antonio. It's a difficult vector to measure. And my conclusion is that does the national trend of a shrinking middle class with a growing lower and upper class also hold true over San Antonio? And no, not necessarily. And while the upper class has been growing in the past 4 years, which is a good thing, especially seeing as the lower class has been shrinking and the middle class is slightly higher. The next thing I would have to do with my to continue the research for this project is to see how this trend continues and The study could be extended into the past with the right census information dating back to the 80s, like the original study, to see if the middle class has shrunk in that time compared to the median household income. Um, the study's time frame was somewhat short compared to the original study of income segregation. It is only 5 years long. So it would be interesting to carry that backwards and see how long it was over time.